Hey guys, welcome back to the World's Pink Ward. I'm Trevor McNeil, and today we are kicking off things to see who is going off to greener pastures and who is being put on a lifeline. As a reminder, 3 wins and you're in to the quarterfinals, where KT and anyone's legend already await. So let's get right back into our best of ones, with the top seed from the LTA FlyQuest facing off with LCP's 2 seed Secret Whales. FlyQuest got their mid laner ahead early and helped their whole team power scale to roll over TSW with relative ease, moving them into the 2-1 pool, putting TSW on the brink of elimination. On deck, a pair of teams that have more Worlds experience than most teams have, and most teams play in a regular season. Gen G and T1 met up, where T1 just went in with a lot of blind picks, a lot of blind confidence that never really gave them a fair shake, and Gen G convincingly beat them down to the 1-2 pool, once again fighting for survival. Next up, BLG looked to bounce back from their disappointing start to Worlds, entering as one of the top favorites, quickly getting knocked down the rankings against Europe's G2. It was a sloppy game on both sides, but the difference maker was Broken Blade in the top lane for G2. It helped them move up to the upper bracket, securing that victory. To end the day, 100 Thieves would play HLE, and really to nobody's surprise, HLE would win that one without much contest, putting them on the top side of the bracket as well, with 100 Thieves now looking down the barrel at the end of their League of Legends legacy as they are dissolving at the end of this year. Our first scorecard of elimination matches did enter into the fray with the worst case scenario for Europe. Somebody's going home. 2 of their teams staring each other down in the win or go home best of 3. Movistar's Koi and Fnatic would meet up, where MKoi took commanding control of game number 1, never really having much of a concern that they'd lose that control with pretty significant jungle gap. And let's be honest, it's always the jungle diff. Game 2 would start with an unquenched bloodthirst from Fnatic, picking up a couple of quick kills in the bot lane to get Kai'Sa rolling and to punish a weak early composition from MKoi. That lead bot lane would help Fnatic impose themselves across the rest of the map to get everybody else rolling together, with a convincing fight around mid guaranteeing their win. Entering into game number 3, MKoi and the Vayne pick, well, let's be honest, you see Vayne at Worlds, that's going to set the tone. That's exactly what happened. That would hyperscale them into the lead, push them on to survive, and Fnatic, unfortunately, would be the team sent packing, as they'll be making their way back to Europe. Our second elimination match had VKS pairing off with PSG in a relatively close matchup there. Early stages of game number 1, VKS was close back and forth with PSG, but they would take full control over the objectives and would chain CC PSG into submission, as they had full control over that first game with a timely 25-minute victory. The second game saw PSG double down on early aggression, and they would take the lead, but they did start to slip that mid-stage of the game. They had mounted enough of an item and gold advantage across the board where it was needed in that early stage to help them overcome any of those slips and challenges that VKS would pose, but it made a statement they were not going down without a fight, getting their first win of Worlds and pushing it to a third and final elimination game. VKS looked to have a better draft and composition there in the beginning of that one. Fell behind a little bit early, unfortunately, but because of their composition that they had and because of the team play they had, they were able to force the game to go longer than the other side really wanted it to. PSG was hoping to close it out early, could not do so. VKS clawed back into it. They scaled for late game. Don't worry, we got late game. And sure enough, VKS did. They win that series 2-1 and will be sending PSG knocking out of Worlds. And now that our eligible pool of teams has dropped into 12, we've got 2 teams qualified, we've got 2 teams eliminated. Next episode, we're going to highlight the next pair of teams to book their trip to the next round in the best of 3 between the West's top teams of FlyQuest and G2, as well as LCP's surprising CFO taking on Hanwha Life Esports. Let me know down below if there are any surprises that you have seen so far. Are we surprised at all to see T1 backs against the wall? Is 100 Thieves going to find a miracle run somehow, some way? What is going to be the most surprising storyline here coming out of Worlds 2025? Let me know down below. Of course, right now we're going to reset, recall, And as always, don't forget to buy more awards. I'll see you in the next episode.